This is not an easy problem that we're dealing with. It's so easy for us to go and say, just don't do it, like just don't believe in the no pain, no gain. But that's out there. It's probably part of a type A personality that's
All
in so
heard the
many of us.
mantra, no pain, no gain. But is pushing through that pain really the best approach to fitness? Let's go through why this mindset might be holding you back from reaching your full potential. Mariana, in the first episode, we talked a lot about how you were overtrained. How do you think that no pain, no gain attitude affected your training?
It was instrumental. I'm a post-it girl, so I have post-its everywhere. I find a nice motto that I can reflect on, and I'll write it down on a post-it and put it on the wall. And the listeners can't see this, but my bike is in my office, so I often bike inside on a trainer on Swift, and I'm looking at these post-its with different kinds of mottos or quotes, and one of them was no pain, no gain, push through. I would have a chart where I put stars every time I either hit a milestone mark or I struggled, but I pushed through, and I would give myself a star because I was tough. Like being tough was my goal. And I think the mindset was the leading cause why I got overtrained, because I was always asking for more from my previous coach, who was amazing, by the way. Always asking for more, either more harder intervals or more volume, always just give me more. So I can really relate to that no pain, no gain. And it worked in the beginning, but pushing through and looking back now, I know that was the main reason why I got overtrained.
And it's a tough line to know, being tough and being strong through a challenging workout and then doing too much. Paul, what about you? How has that no pain, no gain mentality affected you in your career? We both grew up in that time where that was the thing we faced in the gym and when we were out training. How does that affect you now?
Well, I'll start how it used to affect me too, right? Because I was the young athlete as well, without any context, without any background, and you follow those that you believe in at the time. And that, for me, I'm really dating myself, but it was Scott Tinley who'd won Kona at one time, and it was Triathlete magazine was the only thing that we had. It wasn't, the internet wasn't around back then, but I would read the back of Triathlete magazine. It was Tinley Talks, and it was all about the monumental types of training that he and Scott Molina as well. And these were some of the big guys at the time, and they were just talking about these monster sets they could do. So that was the benchmark that was put out there. So everyone was in the belief that you had to train long and you had to train hard. You train hard as you can for as long as you can. So I definitely believed in the no pain, no gain thing. And of course, drove myself, like Mariana, into overtraining syndrome as a result of that. And it's pretty frustrating when you get there. So, and then today, I mean, there's 30 years of seeing this now across other athletes, meeting Phil Maffetone, as I mentioned in the last podcast, and recognizing, well, that's probably not the best road to Rome. But even today, even to yesterday, dealing with a very talented local athlete who is displaying the exact same behaviors as Mariana just spoke on, where she's a phenom and she is asking me for more training. I can do this. I can still do this. Should I do that? And I know you can do that. I know you want to do that, but I'm seeing all the signs of overtraining. And, I had to get on the phone with her parents last night and explain to them the situation. This is what both myself, I also have I'm blessed to have an Olympic trainer, strength and conditioner in town as well. We're both seeing the exact same thing. But it's like the strength in this young phenom girl to push forward is, if it weren't for two fairly experienced practitioners to hold her back with her parents, she would bolt. This thoroughbred would bolt. So this is not an easy problem that we're dealing with. It's so easy for us to go and say, just don't do it, like just don't believe in the no pain, no gain. But that's out there. It's probably part of a type A personality that's in so many of us. And it really takes a pause, a meditative moment to just say, okay, hold on. Is that really the best thing that I should do right now? Or should I do something else?